She's Jazz. She's smart. It's the Jazzy Report on the D.L. Hughley Show.
The Senate passed a bill to permanently fund HBCUs and minority-serving institutions. The bill, known as the Future Act, will provide $255 million annually to HBCUs. The bill will also streamline student loan repayment by eliminating annual paperwork for some 7.7 million federal student loan borrowers on an income-driven plan.
You know what I resent? Most of the people in corporate America, most of the people in in who are in corporate America, most of our politicians, most of the people who are in like judges and prosecutors went to HBCUs, right? Most of the black people, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Why are they asking these successful group of people asking for the government to do anything?
Yeah.
Honestly, if you went to HBCU,
you should be giving back.
Alumni, you shouldn't be Why do you got your hand out and you are the cream of the crop? Educationally, financially, if you have gone to a HBCU and benefited from that, it should be an honor to give them money.
Right. Somebody gave money for you to go.
So researchers say men tend to drink more if they live with a woman who's a big drinker.
You damn right they do. How about they tend to drink more if they live with a woman? How about that?
Hey, stay single. So women were influenced by their men's drinking habits, but only in the first year that they were settling down together. Researchers believe being exposed to someone else's daily habits influences your choices, but say women might be more strong-willed when it comes to saying no to drinking.
You know, the old expression is wine, woman, and song, right? It's wine, women, and song, right? I think that obviously you get home from work, if you got a good relationship, you have a glass of wine with your girl or talk, or if you had an argument, you have a glass of wine or whiskey, whatever it is. The point is when you're going home to a woman, you're going to have something. You're going to drink something.
And she's going to drink something before you get there.
Even the lesbian can get there. Come on, lesbian. You have a...
Cheers to everybody.
There you go. You're damn right.
Exactly. Because women need to drink too, fast.
Damn right.
So a popular Mexican food chain has announced that they will be having health officials on hand to diagnose workers who are calling in sick just in case they're taking paid days off to nurse a hangover. The on-call nurses come in. They do a wellness check to see if, they can confirm whether or not it's a hangover or if you're actually sick, and that determines whether or not you get to stay home with pay.
So these are obviously fast food places, right? Yeah,
well, it's just one. The CEO says the purpose is, I guess to not to embarrass workers, but to make sure that they keep their restaurants as healthy as possible.
Let me ask you something. Okay, obviously. So what popular chain is it? We could talk
it is Chipotle.
Chipotle, okay. So they would rather pay doctors to make sure they don't have hangovers and give people medical, to give them medical benefits, right?
Right. Well, they have medical benefits, but you remember they were in a lot of trouble a couple of times due to outbreaks at their chain.
Right,
so they're trying to make sure, is this a hangover or do you have something more sinister?
Hey, man, let me tell you something. If you're going to have, it's a lot of foodborne illnesses.
Yes,
and you know what those are? Primarily people being nasty.
And not washing their hands.
Right. They like, I'm making the guacamole, but you don't know what I made just now.
Put a little something extra in it.
So damn them having a hangover. If you're going to have somebody in there, make sure they washing their hands when they come out.
Right.
This is very interesting. So Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, and Ocho Cinco was on his way to a Hall of Fame career.
Yes, he was. Easily.
Until social media came along, and that became more of a distraction. Then it really derailed his career. So anyway, he, of course, when he was trying to make his comeback with Miami, of course, he had that incident with the domestic abuse. And he said that those 3 seconds cost him. Do you believe that you should be forgiven, or once an abuser, always an abuser? I think that in general, it is hard to change any habit you have. Wow. And it's rare that anybody can do it. I don't care if you have a propensity for certain things, a predilection for certain things, it's rare to change that anyway. So in the aggregate, most people will fail, right? But do you think the old adage, once an abuser, always an abuser, is true? Or do you think that people can be redeemed and changed? 877-242-2426.
Also hit us up on Twitter at DL Hughley Radio or on Facebook, The DL Hughley Show. And, of course, our website is thedlhughley.com.
We're getting to your calls in about 10 minutes. It's The DL Hughley Show.
Quit wasting your workday on Facebook. Do it at thedlhughleyshow.com.